Hello and welcome to the Evercade Retreat. My name is Gene Jake and today I'm speculating about the possibility of a Team 17 Collection Volume 2 and what it might include. Specifically, I'm looking at our Team 17 Amiga collection. Team 17 is still going, they've published many games over the years, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have a number of indie games which could easily be ported to the Evercade, depending on the game engine they use and what requirements they have, but in theory it's possible, but that's not what I'm looking at today. This is Apache, which wasn't released in its own right. It was given away free with, I think it was Body Blows Galactic. I've never played it, I don't know if it's any good. It looks like a fairly decent looking shopliftery type game. Now I'm assuming Team 17 still have the rights to it. They published it, I don't know if they developed it. But again, would they have given away something for free if they didn't develop it? I don't know. Anyway, it seems like a possibility. Okay, so we've also got two more Alien Breed games, Alien Breed 3D and Alien Breed 3D 2, which had the subtitle The Killing Fields or The Killing Grounds. I've only played a bit of the first one, and that was on an Amiga that wasn't really up to the task. It was chucking and running like a dog. So I can't really say if they're any good. I've heard that they're okay, or pretty good. I believe Blaze didn't put these on the last collection as they weren't happy with the performance on the Evercade. Well, it may not be on the Evercade, it might just be the games in general. However, they did say that if they could get them running better, they might appear on a future collection. Again, that's a big if. So, maybe, maybe not. Again, I don't really know if they're any good, so who knows. But a Team 17 collection without these two would probably be a bit disappointing to many, as I know these games do have their fans. Assassin and Assassin Special Edition were not developed by Team 17, but they published them. I remember playing Assassin as a kid on a friend's Amiga. I thought it seemed pretty cool, but I died fairly on and I only really played the first level, so I don't know if it's a particularly good game. Having looked it up, it seems to have met fairly mixed reviews. The Special Edition seems to improve on things, so I'd imagine if we got one it would be that. But as Team 17 were the publishers, not developers, who knows if they even own the rights to it still. Team 17's answer to Sonic and Mario Super Frog was a notable absence from the first Team 17 collection. Sadly, I don't see that changing. As I understand it, there's a licensing issue regarding the name, as well as, licensed products featuring in the game as well. So unless they rename it or they have somehow resolved those issues, it'll probably remain absent if this collection was to happen. Which would be a shame because although I wasn't a huge fan of the game, it does have a lot of fans. Body Blows Galactic seems like a shoo-in for such a collection. I know many people consider Body Blows one of the weakest from the first, but I find it hard to disagree with that. But even so, I think it's one that, as it's kind of a Team 17 staple from the Amiga days, it would need to be on there. F-17 Challenge could be a good inclusion. I only played it a little bit on a friend's Amiga back in the day, but it seemed quite good to me. However, I'm not sure who owns the rights. I don't think this was developed by Team 17. And also I've no idea if any F1 or car licenses might be an issue. I don't really recall the level of detail on that sort of thing. So maybe it could happen, maybe not, but could be a good inclusion. Overdrive is another Team 17 published game, and I played it a little bit back in the day on a friend's Amiga. Again, I seem to remember having fun with it, but I think I only played it the once, so Anyway, it makes sense it wouldn't have been on the first collection as there are similarities to ATR. But again, on a second collection it could be a reasonable inclusion, if it's available. The Sparus Legacy seems to be an attempt to make a JRPG. I'm assuming it's Western developed, being that it's Team 17. They were the publishers here, so don't know. Is it good? Not a clue. From what I've read up, not in comparison to things like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger, but maybe it'd be quite a fair one on the Evercade, as we do lack RPGs. So, could be a worthy inclusion if available. Super Stardust, I believe, is now owned by Sony, as it was developed by Housemarque, who've been doing lots of games for them. So yeah, I don't think this one's happening. It's a shame, but what can you do? And finally we have X2 for the Sony PlayStation. Yep, they did it for Bitmap Brothers Collection 2, so why not for this one? It's a shoot 'em up, and it seems pretty good from what I played for this footage, because that's the first time I've ever played it. Yeah, it could round out a collection quite nicely. So overall, this potential collection I think could be interesting. I'm not sure how good it would be because there's too many question marks and unpaid things, but I think if all these games that I think could be available end up on it, then it could be good. You know, a couple missing, it might be fine, but yeah, I just don't know how viable it really is. And I think it would be very much dependent on those Alien Breed 3D games being made to run well enough. Super Frog, as I said, seems unlikely, but if they could get that sorted, I think that would be a bit of a boon in terms of recognition. So anyway, what do you think? Any thoughts on this? You let me down in the comments below. If you can be bothered. And on that note, I'm just going to stop there. No song this time, just a fairly straightforward video.